Unlike many languages, the way words look and the way we pronounce them can be very different in English. It's very confusing, isn't it? But if we learn the International Phonetic Alphabet for English, we can look up words in the dictionary and pronounce them just like native speakers. This chart is the International Phonetic Alphabet for American English. It looks very complicated, but don't worry. After this lesson, you will understand more about pronunciation than many native speakers of English. Let's start this lesson with a common question. Why does S make a Z sound? For example, why do we say sounds? Well, we pronounce things the easy way. Sounds change to make things easier to say, not harder. Let's try saying sounds the way it looks. Sounds, sounds. See, I even have to split it into two syllables when it's only supposed to be one. So we say sounds because it's the easy way. The Z sound replaces the S sound because they are a pair. Z is voiced and S is unvoiced. They are the same, except when you make Z, your throat vibrates. Let's try it a little bit. S, s. My throat is not vibrating, but when I make a Z sound, Z, Z, my throat begins to vibrate. You can think of S and Z as twins. They are the same, except Z makes my throat vibrate. Look at my mouth when I make the sounds. S, s, z, z, su, su, zoo, zoo. They are the same, except when I make the Z sound, my throat vibrates. Let's take another look at the chart. Do you see the red letters? Those are voiced, and the unvoiced sounds are blue. Do you see the purple boxes? The purple boxes are pairs. Let's take a closer look at the pairs of consonants. Voiced and unvoiced consonants come in pairs. P as in pea, B as in boat, T as in tea, D as in dog, Ch as in cheese, J as in June, K as in car, G as in go, F as in fly, V as in video, Th as in think, Th as in this, S as in see, Z as in zoo, Sh as in shall, J as in television. They often replace each other. The Z sound often replaces the S sound. Up here we have vowels. There are monophthongs, which are one sound, and diphthongs, which are two sounds put together. Mono means one, and di means two. Our first monophthong is I, as in ship. Our second monophthong is ah, as in far. Now, we put them together to make I, as in my. Let's see how it sounds. I, I, I. They blend together and make the sound I. Let's write the word sounds phonetically. We begin with S, which just looks like the letter S. Notice that it's blue, which means that it is unvoiced. If we make the S sound, our throat does not vibrate. S. Next we add in ow, as in out. Notice that it's red, which means that our throat vibrates. Sow, sow. Next we add in n. sound. And then we add in d, sound. Now, when we write the word sounds, we add an S, but when we write it phonetically, we add in a Z sound because that's the sound we use. So, it ends up looking like sounds with a Z at the end. Remember that S and Z are a pair. Since the sounds near it are voiced, it changes to a Z sound. There are different types of consonants. The first type is called a stop. Stops are made by stopping the air coming out of your mouth. I have them here in yellow. Notice that the sound is very short. P, B, T, D, K, G. The next type is called a fricative. Fricatives are made by forcing air through your mouth and stopping it with your tongue, teeth, or throat. They are longer than stops, so they are in green. Notice how I slow the air coming out of my mouth when I make these sounds. V, v, sh, j, s, z. The next type is called an affricative. Affricatives are made by combining a stop and a fricative. Let's take a look. Here we have ch as in cheese and j as in June. Let's take a look at j. We start with d and then we use j, dj, j, j, June. They are in lime green because they are in between stops and fricatives. They're a little longer than stops, but they're shorter than fricatives. The next type of consonant is the nasal. They are called nasal because they are made in your nose. Notice how your nose vibrates a little as you make the sounds. Mmm, mmm, mmm. They are in dark green because they can be pronounced for a long time. The last type of consonant is called a liquid. They are made with your tongue in a flat position. They can be very difficult sounds to make because they are close to vowels, because they can both make a syllable, like in the word rattle, and not, like in the word lock. This concludes our lesson about the IPA for American English. I suggest that you watch this lesson again after my other pronunciation lessons. After studying the details, you can return to this lesson to understand the bigger picture. In my other pronunciation lessons, we will focus on learning how to pronounce certain sounds. We will do this by learning to hear the difference between sounds. And then we will practice making the different sounds with minimal pairs. Minimal pairs are words that are separated by only one sound, like the words su and zoo. And then you can practice this whenever you speak English, and eventually it'll become so automatic it'll be just like riding a bike. This lesson was brought to you by MyEnglishCloud.com, one site for all your English learning needs. We have lessons, quizzes, reading activities, flashcards, and more, which are available on all your devices. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, My English Cloud.